Hello and welcome to a very special, a World Series edition of Wake and Jake with myself, Jake Stromboli. Jolly Olive is here. Can you believe it? BBD. We're going to go through the World Series. It's hot in the streets.
It is.
Talking baseball, talking Yanks, Shea Station, all your shows. How are you, Jolly?
I'm good. Let's go Knicks.
Oh,
back,
big
baby.
game tonight.
Let's go Knicks.
I might
Fucking
talk.
go, baby.
I might talk football at the end. Maybe Jolly will be gone. He's got to
It's a
catch a train.
Different sport. I'm good. World Series is going to be a good one. Love this matchup a lot. We're getting started on Friday, which is weird. Feels like a lot of time in between games. Don't love it. You're like going to a World Series game or something? That's what I heard.
I think Game 3. I think.
Joe's is going to Toronto because he
So
loves
that
the
was
Jays.
out of my hands.
Joe's walked in yesterday and said, "I want to go to the World Series," and now he's going.
Yeah, it just would have been cool if he told our sales team maybe a week before, 2 weeks before.
How many years have you known Joe's McFly?
I know.
Thank you.
I know. It's coming up on 7. I had a realization today. I talked to my Central Connecticut State's alumni department.
Okay.
I'd like to get involved, help out.
I'm going to go give a speech of
Maybe.
some kind? Wow.
Maybe. We're figuring it out.
Imagine you're graduating high school and this guy wearing an "Ask Me About My Butthole" shirt walks up and says, "The future's bright."
It's a hardworking community. I just they were like, "Oh, you know what? You don't have to give me the full story, but give me the story." And I was like, a part of my story is I did 7 years in the quote unquote real world.
Yeah.
I'm starting to realize I'm almost like 7 years of this.
Yeah.
It's like equidistant away.
There are some times where I'm like, I wish I had some time in the real world to have that.
This office,
This office is fake.
we
sometimes.
might start doing a real world training program.
Sometimes I hide
where
in
guys
this
have to go.
office.
Everyone has to go work at a bank for 3 weeks.
If there's a day where like the Ice Guys and Joe's are in and everyone's in the editor's bay, I vacate. I hide.
Which leads us to the World Series, what we've been talking about this whole time. Thank you for tuning in.
Let's go.
Jolly, we're okay. Dodgers look like a super team.
Sure.
Hard to pick against the Dodgers.
Right.
From what we just saw, they killed the Brewers. They have what we dream of as a super team. They signed bonus free agents that aren't even a part of this.
Yeah.
Your guy Conforto, bring him home.
Minor league deal?
Minor league.
Yeah, bad year.
Tough.
Shout
But
out
his BABIP.
White Sox.
The pitching has been spotlighted in an amazing way when the bullpen was thought to be their weakness. I guess I kind of want to start with LA because me and Trev did a World Series preview and it almost turned into a lot of like, what can Toronto do?
Yeah.
And that feels rude to the Dodgers. So I guess where are you at with them?
I've been really fascinated with this Dodgers run because me and you are very familiar with what they did last year because they played both of our teams in the CS and the World Series. If anyone forgot about it, we don't mention it a lot, We don't rest on the laurels of that or anything. I just really am fascinated by how differently they're winning baseball games this year compared to last year. Last year, they bashed opponents' teams' skulls in with runs scored. Every time that your team put together a 3-run inning and felt some sort of momentum, here comes the endless Dodgers lineup that has no breaks in it, which is something that we've complimented the Blue Jays about a lot this year. They have that Dodgers-esque move the line effect that the 2024 team had. This year, it's been pitching. Pitching has been the story for the team. They have a ferocious 1-4, especially when Shohei Ohtani is giving you quality starts like he did in Game 4 of the CS. That's how they're winning baseball games. And the Blue Jays, part of what makes me worry about them going into this matchup is, yes, their at-bats against the Mariners were very impressive, and they were able to turn in long innings that didn't always necessarily result in runs. It was just a lot of pitches thrown and a lot of guys getting more at-bats in the game. Against the Dodgers, it's going to be a different animal just because the Mariners starters really – I mean, did anyone finish 5 innings in the CS for the Mariners?
No, but the Blue Jay counter would be –
It was because of us.
The Seattle Mariners pitching is as well respected as
Right.
the Phillies, the Dodgers, like the top pitching staffs coming into this year. So, yeah, it's where is the line between credit and not credit to
and
the
then
Blue Jays. But I
the
don't
other
know.
side
They
of that
can
is
do
just
that.
I agree. I think it's a little bit baseball fandom thing, but I value postseason experience a lot. And like Glasnow's been here, Snell has been here. Ohtani was here last year. He didn't pitch last year, but he's been here. Like, that kind of stuff does matter to me, which makes me think that, as it has been the case in the prior 2 series, if the Dodgers have a vulnerability, it would be the bullpen. It's just that vulnerability hasn't looked too weak so far.
No.
They got a lot of things going for them. If there's one thing I could pinpoint, find a way to get Andy Pages going, because that's really, it feels like the last piece of the puzzle. Otherwise, I think this Dodgers team is going to roll.
Yeah, I guess the scary part is with the hitting, that it hasn't gone yet. Like, Ohtani leads them in postseason OPS now, but that was basically just the 3-homer game to end it and the 2-homer game to start it. It's been like empty in between. I'm not doing that, Dodgers fans. It's amazing and impressive. But yeah, Kike leads them in batting average at 306. Like, we're in the postseason small sample era that if you go nuts, like we've got these guys with 1.4 OPSs, because it's like, wow, Vlad's playing out of his dome. Ernie Clement's hitting 460. Like, the Dodgers don't have that right now, which I put that in a scary bucket. Like, Freddie, Mookie, and Shohei all have more in there. Or what if Shohei's just getting started? What if it is going to be an off season of he is the best ever? What if he brings what he did in that final game to every game this series? So, yes, the pitching stats, on the other hand, Tyler Glasnow having a .68 ERA.
It's pretty good.
Pretty good, because he gets mentioned after Yamamoto, after Snell.
He's the 4
He's
in my
literally,
mind, honestly.
Yeah, it's insane. I do think the Blue Jays can disrupt it. I think they need to win a game with Blue Jay ball. Like, they need their identity to work. Like, the Blue Jays just need to hit one day.
Yeah.
Like, you just look up, they won 10-5, we out-hit you, we Blue Jayed you. I think they also need to steal one in the first 4 games.
Meaning, like, win one legit and steal one.
That game 1 against Milwaukee, they had him on the ropes. Yeah. If that slider hits Turang in the leg, I still think LA wins the series because the Brewers didn't hit. They scored 1 run in each game. But, I don't know. You won a game. You won game 1. They would have been undefeated against the Dodgers at that point, 7-0 on the year.
Yeah.
That everything feels different.
And going even further than that, like, the play that everyone talked about that is, I think, going to get forgotten now because they didn't win the game, the weird double play in center field.
Right.
That feels like a game that, the Brewers, we're going to win this game. We just had an all-time, never-before-happened double play to get out of the bases-loaded jam. It felt like they had things click their way that happens in postseason games sometimes, where you look back, you're like, wow, we got really lucky there. To not win that game, and the same goes for the Blue Jays. If they run into not that same circumstance, but you get into a situation where it's Mason Fluharty versus Shohei Ohtani, the bases are loaded, and he somehow gets a double play. Those are the games you got to win.
I mean, are you ignoring Mason Fluharty coming in and getting Shohei during their August matchup?
We'll talk about the lefties in this matchup because that's gonna be tough. That's gonna be really tough.
Before we talk about that, why don't we talk about the shirt I'm wearing?
Please, let's address the elephant in the room.
That says, "Ask me about my butthole."
Yeah.
It's brought to you by Tushy. That's right, people. Come on. We love marketing.
Tushy and a Tushy.
I majored in marketing. People forget that.
I believe it.
You got spreadsheets, mock drafts, injury alerts, but still wipe like it's 1888. Gotcha. Tushy. Get yourself a Tushy bidet. Makes you leave cleaner than you walked in. We've got scent Tushy bidets. Let's get personal, people. It's become an up-close and personal friend of mine. The porcelain throne is now truly fit for a king. Installing the Tushy bidet. Clean and easy. That's kind of everything they're about. If you're still wiping like snuffy Sternweiss is still playing for the Yanks, it's time to definitely make the switch. Tushy is the everyday luxury bidet that instantly transforms your bathroom habits and bottom health for life. Every Tushy bidet easily attaches to your existing toilet without the need for additional plumbing. Remember, a-hole is only a dirty word if you wipe. For a limited time, our listeners get 10% off their first bidet order when you use code BAKERS at checkout. 10% off your first bidet order. HelloTushy.com. Promo code BAKERS. That's right, people.
I got 2 things.
Okay.
Snuffy Sternweiss was in the ad copy,
Yes.
which is awesome.
Right.
2, someone said something to me years ago that made me think about bidets in a whole different way. Imagine if you stepped in poop
Right.
on like the sidewalk, and then someone just gave you a roll of toilet paper and said, that's how you clean it.
Right.
And then that's just how you went about your day. You need something else in the mix. Tushy bidet. There you go.
See that, people?
Clean your butt.
Clean your butt. Anyways, Don Mattingly's first World Series. That's kind of what this all comes down to, right?
That's what people want to hear.
I'm happy for him.
Thank you.
We thought he was going to take the job from Schneider. Instead, now John Schneider's a great manager.
Funny how the sport works, man.
Yeah.
Really funny.
Yeah. Doesn't matter. Nothing matters. Or everything matters.
Or everything matters.
I think everything matters. And you're pissed off about the Ohtani Planegate situation, and you think that's going to fuel Toronto to victory.
Did you see John Morosi tweeted Seattle's 9 outs away from the World Series right before they blew it?
No.
He was the guy. He was the guy that did the plane thing, right?
Oh, wow.
John Morosi, he's got to stop. He's got to stop with that. It's out of control.
If you look at John Morosi in the right lighting, little handsome. They sneak some handsome on you. Like, it's not his game. That's fine. But it's like, oh, okay.
You see a little bit of yourself.
I see you. Maybe I'm Morosing right now.
Okay.
My shirt. Blue Jays, the comeback kids.
Yeah.
So that's what I think. If they win a game with their identity, we're the Blue Jays. Trey Savage strikes you out with 10 splitters. We Ernie Clement, Dalton Varsho. We give you 2 innings from hell. We win a game. And then you steal one against the Dodgers bullpen. I think you get a series. I'm worried about the Snell starts because I think they're weaker versus lefty.
Yeah.
The Barger and Lucas are like horrifying right now if you're a righty pitcher. And I don't know. I mean, we haven't seen Babe Schneider recently.
Yeah.
So maybe he is that guy. And maybe Bo Bichette. How crazy is that?
I mean, I know he just kind of brought up John Schneider like jokingly, but he has a very important job these first 2 games, and it's going to be figuring out what the lineup looks like, and do you bench your left-handed hitters that have been not carrying the lineup, but like moving things along every time they get an at-bat.
Yes.
For the Jays, like this is obvious, but you have to get one in LA for the series to kind of feel like it's within reach.
Yeah.
Because, well, and also that's dumb because they lost the first 2 games
Right,
in the ALCS,
right.
and then they won 4 or 5. So it's technically not even true. It's just I think we all agree the Dodgers are a little bit of a different animal, and the Mariners were a really good matchup for them because the Mariners only had right-handed pitching, and their left-handed guys were going off. So working in Bo is going to be real interesting. I can't see Addison Barger getting benched. Like that guy, they raised his hands by like 2 inches or something, and then he went 8 for 10. So that feels like something clicked.
Good.
But
Like
guys have to get at bats, and you can't sacrifice too much defense. So their lineup, I'm really curious what it looks like a couple hours before Friday's game 1.
Yeah, for me, Jimenez at short is non-negotiable. I need him out there. And yeah, I think you can leave. I personally, assuming George Springer's knee is okay, which it looked good running the bases after that homer. Yeah. I would have Springer in right field, Varsho in center. You pick between Barger and Lucas because Lucas has been hitting like that either way.
And Lucas's at bats are probably the best in the entire lineup. It's tough, man.
Bichette DH is for me. Jimenez. I mean, do you take out IKF?
His at bats were also good.
His at bats have been fine.
His knock before Springer's homer was huge.
I guess for me, if I start making decisions, Jimenez has to be at short. I want one of those lefties in there just so it's a move I don't have to make at the end of the game.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's dumb or lazy. I guess find out. For me, it would be an IKF versus one of the lefties decisions.
I like IKF in a bench role as like a defensive sub and like gives you a good pinch hit at bat. And that's I hate that I keep dogging on the Mariners, but like that was another glaring thing. Deep benches,
Sure
like
was.
both these teams have really deep benches, so that can be weapons late in games.
Leo Rivas hive, raise up.
Come on, low blow. He had a big knock in the DS.
Big knock. He almost hit a homer
against Scooble. He kept their season alive.
Yeah.
What I will say, and what I do think the Jays really have going for them, is that we have not seen the Dodgers bullpen effect really come into play because they've been getting length from their starters. This is in a way a bad matchup for them because the Blue Jays, I don't know the exact numbers, but it feels like they see more pitches per at-bat than any other team that I've watched this season. So, yeah, Snell might still shut you out, but if he's out after 5 instead of after 7,
right,
that's 6 outs of Dodgers bullpen that they don't like that you now have access to. I really think that's the Blue Jays' key to not only Game 1 but the entire series of you have to shorten the lifespan of these starters because I don't think Dave Roberts is going to be the type where Snell is going to have bases loaded in the 4th inning and he's going to pull them for someone.
Right.
I don't think that's a button they push, whereas other teams, I think they would. It's just, even if you don't score, don't let these guys get to the 6th, the 7th, because once they get to these later innings, especially Snell in his starts, when he got rolling later, the innings got quicker, and that's scary.
I think, well, I guess here's a hope for the series is that, okay, Dodger fans and Blue Jay fans, both of you have your qualms with me because I am a Yankee fan. Although you just beat us.
Beat him up.
Both of you.
He's wearing Blue Jays blue.
So, look at me. I guess, so when I say something I'm rooting for is this series, I'm rooting for good baseball. I want a long series. If the Dodgers do sweep or something and they become one of the most dominant historic teams ever, I'm fine with that. There's some good sports fodder there, obviously. Okay. But the ripple effect of baseball in a playoff series of the Blue Jays getting looks at that bullpen, like which Dodgers starter will give the 8-inning effort to reset the bullpen? Because I think one of them will. Like, these guys are disgusting. I love Toronto's at-bats. Snell's, I said it before, Snell's the one that worries me. I think even the lineup debate we're talking about, where against Seattle, it was nothing. Yeah. It was, well, they gave IKF the second base gig, basically, and our lefties are just maulers that we're going to ruin your day. Snell worries me. But, dude, it can get so weird for that Dodgers bullpen, and we only saw and felt glimpses of it because they kind of steamrolled. That final game against the Phillies, like, that was chaotic and should have been more chaotic. Some of Dave Roberts' decisions have kind of made us gasp doing the live streams, watching who's coming out of the bullpen. And I think the other thing that hasn't been exposed at all, Roki Sasaki hasn't been a reliever.
Yeah.
So, like, back-to-back games or, Dave Roberts in that one, was that a Brewers game or was that a Phillies game? He was nervous. He didn't want to use Sasaki.
Is this the Trinan?
One he came out.
One of the CS.
He didn't want to use him. Yeah. Otherwise, he would have been in.
Yeah.
So, if you can mess that up, but it's all a cause and effect. It's okay. Hey, we got Snell out after 5.1, and now we got to see these relievers. And hey, that next game, Yamamoto, by the way, pitched a complete game. We got to get that guy out. So Dave Roberts has to start making decisions about, like, has Roki pitched back-to-back yet? How many times?
While you do that, there's this one Snell thing that I have to mention because it's been a theme for him for 3 years now. Most people remember it from his Giants year, which is 2024. Wow, it's last year. That's so weird to think about.
Yeah,
Snell was a Giant last year.
Yeah.
Every year, Snell pitches his first 2 months of the year, and they're kind of shaky, and everyone starts, oh, how can you pay all this guy this money? He's walking everybody. After 2 months, he always rips off an insane heater. So in 23, he had a bad couple first 2 months. Then the last 4 months of the year, a 1.23 ERA. Last year with the Giants, injured for April and May, comes back in July. Last 3 months of the year, 1.23 ERA through the last 3 months. He only pitched 2 months in the regular season this year. So right now, he's beginning that heater that he always goes on after those 2 months where he gets, like, built up. So I don't think it matters what lineup you put out there, whether it's righty heavy or your best hitters. Blake Snell's the toughest challenge of the series, bar none, for the Blue Jays, in my opinion.
I have been one of the lead Snell believers.
Good on you.
Because it's a sports line I might have taken from my guy Rosillo, but we so often in sports we focus on the one thing they can't do. He walked guys. Everything else was perfect. He strikes out a ton of guys. He doesn't give up a lot of hits.
Do you know how much he makes every year?
If you just put Snell's walks into his hits per 9, teams would have been like, "Oh,
yeah.
this guy's perfect."
Yeah.
But no, they're walks.
$26 million a year.
He was a free agent twice.
It's crazy.
You could have thrown him the 5 or 6 years.
Crazy.
Giants literally signed him.
Tell me about Roki.
Roki, so that game 1 of the Milwaukee series, he comes in. He had pitched 3 innings to close out the Philly.
And looked really good doing it.
But he threw 36 pitches. That game 1 at Milwaukee, 0.2 innings pitched, no strikeouts, 2 walks. So that was with 3 days in between. The only time he pitched back-to-back was closing out game 4. But that was 13 pitches and then 9 pitches. So he's only pitched back-to-back once.
Yeah.
The Dodgers are now 7-0 when he appears in a game. Like, you kind of need to get to that guy, or you need to have him have a 30-pitch day, because he's also a prized possession for them.
Yeah.
This isn't hey, Trinan, this could be your last run. Like, let's empty the tank. This is like arguably their most valuable piece.
And the Dodgers have shown like a propensity to be like,
yes,
we don't want to do this, so we're not going to, and it might, sacrifice the win. Like last year, they full on punted games because they're like, it'll set us up better for tomorrow if we do this right now.
Yes.
I don't know that they do that in the World Series. It's a little bit of a different game, but still, like, if you can find a way to just rattle Roki, because he's been so smooth.
So good.
And, like, that put everything together for them, because it was such... People are kind of joking now about, like, oh, why is everyone questioning the Dodgers bullpen?
Who's joking with you?
Well, because Shelfie... I'll say Shelfie.
Oh!
Shelfie was coming to me after the 3rd game, and he was saying, why was everyone telling me about the Dodgers bullpen? They got Glass now, and all these guys. And I understood where he was coming from, because you just feel so defeated. But it was a problem for like the whole year.
Yeah.
And then Roki came up in the last 3 weeks of the year and found a role.
Yeah. And
it put everything together for them, man. It really did.
Yeah. And hey, well, Banda's been fine. He hasn't had a lot of appearances. It's been Vesia. Vesia's been clean, although the innings have been a little messy. That right now it's it's Vesia and it's Roki. That Trinan has not looked sharp.
Right.
And it's crazy that we're talking about such a limited amount, because the Brewers, they didn't make it a series.
Yeah.
It was a 4-game sweep, and the starters.
I still can't believe that they went out like that. Like, it just happened like that. I can't. I really can't. I like that team.
I can. Let's talk about the lefties a little bit, because that is okay. So, Dodgers blueprint, pretty simple.
Mm-hmm.
We've got the 3 Hall of Famers to start. Teoscar's going to drive in runs whenever the opportunity is provided. Tommy Edman's going to ruin a game for you.
NLCS MVP.
Kike is going to ruin a game for you. Will Smith, the best catcher in baseball, that we often forget. Muncy, home run, couple walks.
Afterthought.
Yeah. And that dominant rotation we talked about. That for Toronto, okay, we've got rotation guys. Gossman has looked good. You Savage, breakthrough. They're going to have to get through with their bullpen giving them a really good effort. And I think what might scare them right now, and should, is that their lefties, Little and Fluharty, are going to be given the task of going at Shohei and Freddie in a lot of probably that 3rd time through, that 6th inning, 7th inning. And I feel like Schneider has lost confidence in them. I'm not sure what's going on with Fluharty. Little was
a tough game 5.
79 regular season games. I feel like this is his first year getting a full reliever bulk. I can check on that.
Because he was a starter. He was a high draft pick.
You're wondering where his steam is at this part of the season. Led the AL in games.
It's pretty cool.
And then Fluharty, who came on for them, and he is kind of gross. It's a weird pitching style. I wonder... Hey, Blue Jay fans, if you're listening, who would you rather see come out of the pen right now? Because I don't know the answer.
I mean, I have 2 answers.
You have 2 answers.
So,
Elko?
It's a legendary voice.
Shelfie just yells.
Yeah,
he
does.
knows every person that's ever been out of Delaware.
He yells
What is that?
a lot. He just yells letters sometimes. It's his thing.
It's a thing. What are your two things?
I think you're going to see a lot of Chris Bassett this series.
Okay. Nice.
I don't want to say that Schneider was like testing something in Game 7 because you don't test things in Game 7, but that was a crazy choice for the 8th inning, and Bassett looked really good. Yeah. He looked great in Game 1 of the CS, and it looks like they're going to keep him there. He's not going to get a start. So that's someone who's been here, done that in the playoffs. He's a longtime veteran. I like him in those situations. Honestly, I don't view Jeff Hoffman as an option for if the top of the order is coming up with leverage. Hoffman was a 685 OPS for righties, 805 for lefties this year. And these aren't just lefties. These are Shohei and Freddie. Lefties. And he's gave up the most home runs in baseball of any reliever. I think actually just of anyone.
Any reliever.
Any reliever. My bad. I don't view him as a viable option for anything other than the 9th inning because he's your closer. Louis has pitched a ton, and he's going to appear.
Gonna pitch.
And you might as well just go power versus power. So, honestly, the lefties scare me, and I think they scare Blue Jays fans. And I agree, there's this weird mistrust with Fluharty right now, and a little bit more understandable with Little. But I just think these moments are going to be too big. Like, they're just too big to just say, let's go lefty-lefty, and, let's play the matchup. I think they have to use playoff experience and the most powerful reliever they have, which is Louis Varland. I'm curious to see how Schneider pivots from there because this is going to be, it's not going to be once per game. It's going to be like twice per game, like the 7th and the 9th or the 6th and the 8th. I really feel like it's where the series is won and lost for the Jays. If they can, swerve around those matchups and survive them, I really think they have a chance at like making the series super interesting.
I think so too. I think I understand what you're saying about Hoffman, but after what he just did, I think he's their guy.
I don't think
the
Dodgers are not going to chase like that, dude.
We were questioning. I know
they're really not.
We were questioning if he was going to come in for that 9th inning, and they just brought him in.
Yeah,
and then he had the 2 innings the day before. So it's a weird, and maybe this is part of the Brendan Little discussion, but it's a little bit like he kind of got you to the dance.
Yeah. You're gonna hate me.
I know what you're saying, but they're gonna have Hoffman.
I'm gonna Metsify this for a second. You're gonna hate me. I know. I get it. Mets pitching was not awesome last year, but they got the job done against the Phillies because they played a team that chased a lot. And when they ran into the Dodgers, they like walked the most people in like the history of a CS ever because the Dodgers don't chase like that. So if that's what Hoffman relies on, he's got nasty stuff out of the zone, and it won them. Game set. It was like the first 3 strikeout save to win a Game 7 ever or something.
Could have been 2 walks.
I can't apply that there.
Wow.
I just can't. I don't see it.
You're a Hoffman hater.
I'm not a Hoffman hater. It's just this is a bad matchup for him. This is the most disciplined lineup in baseball. We thought the Brewers were.
Those lefties are scary.
They're super scary.
I'm with you, but also I think if it's 9th inning, they have a lead.
9th inning's different. 9th inning, it's different. I agree.
Okay, so you still have Hoffman there.
Because the Phillies deployed Duran early.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like,
okay.
That's a thing
Yes,
now.
that shouldn't be his lane.
We wanted Munoz to come in early.
Okay.
Like, that's more what I mean.
Munoz. I would have gone to him.
I had people mad at me for saying that on Instagram. It's crazy.
It's crazy.
You know who DM'd me?
Who's that?
After watching my reel?
Flex.
Mike DeLeon.
Okay.
And we had a nice little vent sesh about that Mariners loss.
Oh,
I let him go through it.
So into the Mariners.
He was big in. He was their good luck charm.
No.
He hates Dan Wilson. Hates him.
That was probably his first time like feeling that emotion.
Yeah.
Damn.
He got like attached.
Okay. Well, that meant something for you, me, and BBD, not necessarily everyone else.
Sorry, guys.
Shout out Tech Guy Mike. Podcast? Shopify. This video is brought to you. What's up?
That's where you got the shirt.
This video is brought to you by Shopify. Did you know the story of John Boy Media cannot be told without Shopify? Did I say telled?
Sure did. I wasn't going to say it.
Shopify, it's the best place to start and grow a business. And we have relaunched our merch store on Shopify with our new Slashline site. And we relaunched it with the help of Shopify. We brought some ideas to the table. They brought together the execution. Bang, bang, bongo. Go check those out. And if you're looking to get involved, Shopify is great. They have their AI tools. Game changer. Game changer. Revolutionizing the way you can build and manage a business. Really helpful. You see where people are buying stuff, when people are buying stuff. Really helps you put together a strong plan. And if you want to be like us and start building your brand from the ground up, it is time to go over to Shopify and start your trial today. Click the link in the description. Sign up for your $1 per month trial at shopify.com/bakers. If you're ready to leave the amateurs and head over to the big leagues. What else do we need, Charlie? What are you yearning for? What are you rooting for?
7 games.
Okay, that's where you're at.
Always. I mean,
Okay.
we don't get them very often. This is our first Game 7, and actually, we got one in 23. We haven't had a Game 7 of the World Series since 19. That's
Who
what
do
I
you
want.
want to win?
Who do I want to win?
Yeah.
I want the Dodgers to win.
Why is that?
Because if the Mets are not going to be involved, I'd rather the same team win it again. Maybe that's selfish of me.
Interesting.
I'd rather them just repeat because it's almost like, oh, everyone failed again, including us.
Oh, so like we
That makes
lost to
sense?
the same bad guys.
Yeah, like our involvement or not,
Interesting.
the same guys won.
It's been a very interesting conversation with a lot of Yankees people in the office because the Dodgers beat and embarrassed the Yankees in the World Series.
Sure.
If you recall that. The Blue Jays are in our division, and their fan base,
Can't root for
they
Chicago.
can pierce you.
You can't.
That the consensus, most of the Yankees people are leaning Dodgers.
I think so.
But I don't know. I think one of the last cool Yankee things that we have is the last team to repeat.
So I was going to ask you that. Like, how much do you care about that?
So the other thing that's come, I like it. I like it. It's cool.
But it's like how much do you care about it?
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is because it starts getting into Yankee BS. Okay, that was 26 years ago.
Right.
Like, part of me doesn't care about that. And then there's another side to me that's like, if the Blue Jays win, their fans are gonna troll, but good, like troll. And then I think what part of me is almost excited about if the Blue Jays win
How do the Yankees react?
is that now the Red Sox and the Blue Jays have won since you've won.
Yep.
So this is a little salt, but I'm admitting it. The Yankees front office still peacocks.
Yeah.
You have the second longest drought in Yankees history.
Mhm.
And they're still like, we didn't succeed at the final goal, but we had wins along the way. And it's like, what?
I think there is a real effect to, like, action and response of, like, if the Blue Jays do win
Yes.
this World Series,
Yes.
your offseason will go differently.
You're going to roll in with shortstop with Caballero and Volpe next year?
But also, if they do, after the Blue Jays win the World Series, then it's scary hours because that means they're not going to change no matter what happens.
Right.
Because it would be them or, like, the Orioles winning would have to be.
It's already getting scary hours. I'm going to be honest. I normally love putting together the Yanks offseason plan.
I'm excited for them.
I get my out-of-the-park baseball on, and I tell the people, hey, sign Jorge Polanco, as he had a great year and a great postseason.
You've been flexing your calls a little bit this episode, huh?
What else?
You had one before.
That's all I do.
You had Blake Snell before.
Oh, yeah, dude. I will pull that up because
There's
that was
receipts.
crazy
There's receipts.
the
He got
way we treated
2
him.
years, $60 million was the best he could do before 2024. It's the best he could do. It's crazy.
2 Cy Youngs, each league.
It's crazy.
Each league. East Coast, West Coast.
He walks guys.
Rays, Padres.
He looks like he's high.
Yeah.
He can't play for my team.
Plays video games.
They have guns in them.
He has that dog in him.
What else do we need to get through?
Let's see. Dodgers lineup good.
You know who we haven't talked about that we absolutely should talk about before we end?
Ernie Clement.
Max Scherzer,
Oh,
who's going to get another start in the series.
is he? He has to, right?
Has to. Who else is going to get one otherwise?
Yeah, I don't know.
That was all right. That was awesome. What he did. What was that? Game 5?
Yeah.
I could not believe my eyes.
I feel obnoxious. So I guess I have a little problem giving up the old sometimes.
Yeah.
Like I like Golden State this year, and they're just so old. Like I should let it go. I need to let it go.
the play-in game they'll get in. But
Jimmy Butler's old, Steph is old, Dre is old. Like it just can't work. Like sports,
especially in basketball.
But a pitcher for one night? Like I can't believe. I know Scherzer had a bad year, but like Trev was really down on him. He's like, it might just be one inning, like one time through max. I was like, what are you talking about?
I was with him.
I know.
Scherzer was throwing BP at the end of the year, dude.
Yeah.
But then he had a month off, and now he looks fresh.
Had a month off. He looks fresh. And, dude, I don't know. Like, who that guy is.
I'm really looking forward to that start. Facing his former team, too.
Former team. People
Dodgers
forget.
fans don't like him, too.
Shane Bieber's a Blue Jay, and we just kind of shrug. He pitched Game 7 for them.
I like his mustache look.
Who did he get traded for?
No one knows. They weren't even sure if he was going to pitch. It was like a lottery ticket, essentially. It's amazing.
Shane Bieber's pitching for Toronto in the Blue.
Has there ever been a harder 180 on a front office than the Blue Jays this year?
No.
Like, they were getting clowned incessantly. Yes. They couldn't sign their superstars. Every free agent deal they made was bad or, like, a player that a lot of teams didn't want.
This was the last year.
This was the window closing. And now it's, like, open. It's crazy, man. It's crazy that they're here.
Shed and Vladdy were going to leave. Max Scherzer was going to be traded at the deadline. The story of the year was going to be, where's Vladdy getting traded?
And I did really like what you said on Talking Baseball. I fully agree that Vladdy signing the extension took the pressure off the team. And they played lighter and they played more fun baseball because they didn't have that hanging over them. I think that's a real thing, man.
Yes, I think there's a lot that goes in. Because I don't know. I can't give that credit for Nathan Lucas becoming a awesome two-hitter, splitting up
it's a
Springer and
thing.
Vladdy.
It's a team thing, not an individual thing.
What Ernie Clement and Barger have turned into.
You play for each other more.
Winning cures everything. That if Toronto went 85 wins this year, everyone would be fired. Maybe Vlad's out of town. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know what happens. Instead, now the manager and front office are great, which is kind of funny, but they deserve credit because this team is gnarly. When we did postseason brackets before the postseason, I had the Mariners going to the World Series. Before, when we did Mariners Blue Jays, it would have been very easy for me to be like, well, I picked Seattle, and I'm let it ride. But, dude, I saw the way they were playing, and I couldn't pick against those guys, and they did it. Kind of.
Going down 2-0.
One pitch to Springer. God. What was that?
It wasn't that bad of a pitch.
A lot of plate.
It got a ground ball the night before.
I know, but he saw him the night before, and why was he even out the night before, Dan Wilson? That's
exactly it.
Either way, fantastic team. Technically, 3 Houston draftees on their bench. Tyler Heineman, Lo Perfido, and Miles Straw. None of that matters. I just saw it, and it stuck out.
Houston DNA. Teoscar.
It just stuck out.
Houston product.
People forget that. I forget that. I don't know. Sir Anthony Dominguez, you love him. I like the Bassett.
Yeah.
Get him in the mix. Dodgers in...
Dodger hitter you have your eye on. Last thing.
Dodgers hitter I have my eye on. Freddie.
Yeah, that was my pick too.
Freddie, man. He's the guy. Shohei. Okay, careful with that. I was going to say Shohei, which A is true.
Yep.
And B, I don't ever want to not appreciate what we're seeing. But Shohei's a pretty wild at bat.
Yeah.
You throw it up there, he's going to swing as hard as he can, and let's find out what happens. Mookie's Mookie. You don't want to see him in a big spot. You don't want to see him ever. He's Mookie Betts. But Freddie's like Freddie, you can kind of throw anything at him, and it's just like he has the advantage.
Yep. Freddie's got 1 RBI. According to the sheet from Dalton.
None of them had hit. Before
And he was-
Shohei hit 3 home
He
runs.
was raking on like a broken leg last year. So I
Yeah.
gotta believe he's got World Series moments in him.
Yeah. Rest versus rust? I don't know.
Shohei might he might need a little bit to get going again. It kind of stinks that he got like unlocked at the plate and then they sat for a week. Like that's a thing. That's a real thing.
Some fan fiction. But maybe
Maybe.
we talked about that with Judge.
What's your prediction?
I feel like I normally land on 6 games because that's easy, but it feels like Dodgers in 6. I think the Snell games, I don't know if you get those. And then you need to, okay, so if I believe in that, then you need to get 2 out of 3 versus the righties. And they're not normal righties. I don't know. I was running through the Brewers series because I was saying sports takes I didn't like. Here's a little Jake stuff for you. I was like, man, I said if they played that series 100 times that the Brewers would win 5 of them. Wow. And that's like not baseball, right? Like baseball doesn't work in those percentages. That's being horribly rude to a very good team in Milwaukee this year. That I was doing some Jake look in the mirror stuff. I was like, come on, dude.
Saying stuff you don't believe in.
Are you better than that?
You're setting stuff up for shorts.
Am I becoming clickbait media? I was
wearing that shirt.
I was genuinely like calling myself out. Kind of weird, but I don't know. Honest. I kind of believe it, and it's because of this. So I went back to the Brewers series and I was like, okay, what if they stole that game 1?
Yeah.
Because this is part of my Brewers recipe to win a series, and I even led it into Toronto a little bit. If they stole game 1, okay, mentalities change. Dodgers feel less invincible. Maybe anything can happen in this beautiful game, whatever. But it was still Yamamoto, Glasnow, and Shohei. I watched Shohei Ohtani play the best game ever played.
Yeah.
Tough to be like, well, in the alternate reality, he goes 1.1. I don't know. I watched him play the best game ever played. Glasnow, pretty damn good. Yeah. Yamamoto, pretty damn good.
There's also another Snell game after that, by the way.
And then it's Snell, and then they flip. So, like, this was kind of the weird Jake math that happened in my head. The Brewers, after losing game 1, and people are going to think this is so basic, but that's how my brain works. Brewers lose game 1. They then have to win 4 out of 6 games against those guys.
Yeah.
So, okay, my fake percentage math I did. Let's say the Brewers win that game 1 30% of the time.
You could put it at 50, honestly.
50.
Because they could win the game that inning.
So 50% of the time, they lose game 1. I don't think they can win that series. Win the next 4 out of 6 against these guys right now. That's an instant elimination.
It's just all about the way the players would feel having won game 1. Because you could tell that they were pressing. Especially when the series got back to LA.
Were they pressing, or did they face Blake Snell, Tyler Glasnow? Like, dude, look at how good Yamamoto's stats are.
He's nuts. I wanted to give him $350 million. My prediction, I'm so glad you asked. I got the Dodgers in 7.
You think, do you believe that?
Yes.
Or you hope that?
If the Dodgers had home field advantage, I think it could be as short as 5. I think the Blue Jays won 1 more game than the Dodgers this year.
Right.
And that's getting them a pivotal extra home game.
Maybe.
That place was
Right.
so loud.
No, I'm saying
Game
if it
7.
goes to game 7,
yeah.
that's the way to get that extra game.
I'm trying to will it into existence because I
Right.
want it. I want that game 7.
Yamamoto, excuse me, who I think gets overlooked. I don't know, like we were kind of Snell obsessed. Shohei,
Yeah.
even Glasnow, just a 6'8" when he's out there, it's kind of unreal. Yamamoto's last 6 starts heading into the postseason
Really good.
were 40 innings pitched, a 1.13 ERA.
We haven't even really gotten to know him yet. That's the craziest part.
Me and him do the same wall flips, and that's all we know about him.
So we're gonna start wrapping up the show.
He had a 2.49 ERA this year. He had a 3 flat last year, but his first game, he got hit.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, man.
about
If you butter knife out his first game from last year, I used to have this off the top of my head.
Yeah.
Damn it, Jake. Everyone gets washed when you're shit talking yourself about your own takes. Baseball Reference isn't loading fast enough.
I got it. Keep
He's
going.
really good. Yeah. Is what that's code for. I don't know. I just think we're gonna
89 innings, 2.53 ERA after that first start last year. And this year he got to the new 200 inning mark, which is 170.
And with the postseason, where does he land?
Before I get there.
2.6 career in the show. That's Yoshinobu Yamamoto, who barely gets mentioned with these Dodgers stars. I just think they're too good. I think to break these starting pitchers night in and night out, like twice, you're just going to get chopped down for 7 innings.
Can't let it happen.
Brutal.
Get chopped down for 5 innings.
Brutal.
Get chopped down for 5 innings.
And then
Set us up.
I will say the other thing that I think is actual fodder, because I said it with the Mariners series and it ended up paying off. The longer it goes, the more the Jays hitters get to see you, because their hitting has just been so dominant.
Yep.
A weird level of dominant. And maybe it's an actual approach at the plate. And maybe we'll start teaching that to all the teams. Some teams that believe contact doesn't matter in baseball
Don't
anymore.
you start projecting.
Jeff Passan phrased it the best, and I'm stealing it everywhere I go. Strikeouts are so credited for pitchers. How come we stopped discrediting hitters for striking out? It's insane.
That's a great point.
It's insane. Jolly, you have to catch a train.
I sure do.
Godspeed. Thank you so much. Where can we follow you?
You gonna hang up on me like you did on the stream?
No, that wasn't me.
That was a good bit.
That was the service.
When you hung up, you didn't hear it, but I laughed. You didn't hear it because you hung up on me.
I hung up.
Jolly Olive on YouTube. Jolly Olive on
Whoa,
Twitter.
what's the next vid, man?
The craziest World Series game ever played.
What?
1993, Game 4.
Yeah.
Don't look it up. Watch
Randy
my video.
Rosarena,
Comes up on
rounding
Saturday.
third.
No.
We were in the building. People forget
New
that.
JM Baseball series coming out. A lot of stuff being recorded. It's all good. It's great stuff. I'll be on the stream Friday and Monday and Saturday if there's a Game 7.
Thanks, Jolly. Bye then. Today's episode is sponsored by Cushy Dreams. Want to add a leg to your parlay that is a guaranteed winner? Make sure to add Cushy Dreams. Come on. The best in legal cannabis. Pairs well with every parlay. Goes well with watching every sport. Or maybe you're watching our JJR channel. That gets silly on there with some Cushy Dreams action. They got THC, CBD. If you're looking to smoke or chew or whatever you're into, they have it. The Delta 9 THC gummies. Yes, the same THC as the other stuff. Great flavors, watermelon, green apple, strawberry. So, however you want to enjoy it. You want to melt in the couch, watch some football or baseball or hockey or basketball. Whatever you're into, they have it. Joints, pre-rolls, hello, bud. And since you're a John Boy Media fan, you get a deal on all the THC you can smoke or eat. Take 25% off all the D9 gummies and the entire store when you use code JM25 at checkout. Go give them a try. If you're in the game, if you know, you know. All right, people. In the rest of the sports world, the NBA is back. Snaps. Happy for them. BBD's Knicks tonight against the Cavs. Should be an exciting year, right? Kind of the favorites in the East.
Kinda. It's like
Scary.
exciting, but that means like it's first time.
Expectations.
You can be like really disappointed on that scale.
Well, I'll get lost in some NBA. Just a reminder, I have the Charlotte Hornets over ticket. I have that ticket three times because my buddy Tim, every time I see him, the 3 times I've seen him, we have bet the Charlotte Hornets over. They open with Brooklyn. No one cares. Let's get into a football weekend. Watch some NBA, though. I love the association. Is it double OT last night?
Double OT.
Yeah.
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 And double OT win by, I think it was a 1-point game.
KD called a timeout. Anyways, Thursday night football. It's the Vikings versus the Chargers. The 3-3 Vikings going to face the Chargers. Ooh, this is fun. This game can kind of change the outlook of these two teams' seasons, which I don't think you could say that each week. If the Chargers win, they go to 5-3. They're kind of back, even though they've been missing a lot of health on the line. They've lost 3 out of 4. I was giving myself pats on the back for the Chargers. They kind of need to get it back on track. And for the Vikings, they're 3-3, which, like, I don't know, for their quarterback not playing and that ankle thing, I've heard more people kind of joking about that's in a weird spot. They've been playing with Carson Wentz, and they're a 3-3 football team. Thursday night, last night before the World Series, we'll be watching on Prime. Chargers -3.5. I like them. I think I'm still going to ride with Harbaugh and them throughout this season, unless they face my Broncos, which brings us to Sunday. And, man, the Dolphins play the Falcons. It probably McDaniel's last game as head coach unless he wins. Hey, the Falcons are their normal roller coaster ride. They are 3-3. They've looked good at moments. They've looked horrible at moments. I think people are projecting that McDaniel's is done after this game. That's not a great watch either. Maybe Penix slings it around. Everyone loves a lefty quarterback. Bengals, Jets. Oh, God. No, thank you. Bengals are about a touchdown favorite with Joe Flacco getting the Bengals in order there. Bengals would be back to 4-4. Interesting. Patriots and Browns. Get ready, people. The New England people are already hot. They are a touchdown favorite over the Browns. Drake May, 12 touchdowns, 2 interceptions on the year. We'll see if the Browns maybe found something with the ground game there. Judkins, 3 touchdowns last week, although the Patriots, I heard there was like a wild stat that they haven't given up, I want to say 50 yards rushing. So maybe that's strength on strength. Maybe it's weakness on weakness. Browns, rookie quarterback on the road. They're 0-3 on the road. And the Patriots thing, it feels like it's building. They're playing for Rabel and having a good time. If you have a Patriot fan in your life, you've already heard. Eagles, Giants. Giants have become must-watch, and it's their first chance to sweep the Eagles since blank. I heard Dalton yell it to Pennick the other day. Forevers. Eagles are 5-2. Giants are 2-5. They had that crazy Broncos loss last week. And obviously, everything has changed with Dart and Scattaboo. I guess we'll find out. Are the Eagles back on track after their win against the Vikings? They played, 2 weeks ago now. The Giants Giants won 34-17. That was the whole, oh my God. The Giants did.
They accidentally kicked their ass.
They accidentally kicked their butts. Let's see how much that fuels the Eagles, or maybe the Giants just play competitive football now. What kind of world would that be? What was the thing Joe's posted the other day? It's been over 5,000 days since a New York team.
It's one of the big four, something like that.
Are the Giants last?
I think Giants are last. Not
2011?
Yankees, not Mets. 2011, none of the hockeys. Basketball, LOL.
Liberty.
Go Libs.
Bills, Ravens. Half interested. People are pretty low on the Bills right now because they haven't really played a great game yet. They're facing a feisty little Panthers team. Panthers are 4-3, 3-0 at home. Bryce Young, he's a little banged up. Bills getting some players back on defense. Bills, 7.5-point favorites on the road. Bears, Ravens. Grr. I just picked this for my against the spread because something feels a little amiss. Lamar's coming back, and the Ravens season is on the line. Like, maybe you're someone that thinks it's already over. They're 1-5. Baltimore is about a touchdown favorite over the 4-2 Bears. The Bears' victories, as I've done before, the last 3, Saints, Commanders, Raiders, and then the Cowboys, who, again, where are the Cowboys truly at? But that win looks better over time. Let's find out. I'm going with Ravens because I feel like Vegas usually knows this kind of thing. I think the Ravens are too talented to just be done this season. Although, look at the 49ers last year. Like, you can lose a season quick, and maybe that is what's going to happen with an advantageous Bears defense. They're running the ball really well. I don't know. I think the Ravens have a little bit of fight in them that I think they show that this weekend. Niners, Texans, not really. Not really. 2-4 Texans, 5-2 Niners. Nah, I'm good. Good on that. That brings us to the afternoon slate. It's Bucks and Saints. Tampa only a 4.5-point favorite. 5-2 facing the 1-6 Saints. they were saying this game gets kooky every year. Divisional teams in New Orleans. That for betting wise, you might want to stay away from it. I don't know. Baker, is he the MVP right now? That's a big part of the conversation. He has 13 touchdowns and 2 interceptions. Playing that fun Baker ball. I like the Bucks. Don't bet that game, but expect something weird to happen. Blocked punt. Clip it. Cowboys, Broncos. The big D. Denver is 5-2, 3-0 at home. The Cowboys are 3-1. How do you like that? Over under, I think, is the highest number on the board this week. 51.5. That Dallas offense has been running. We just saw the Broncos put up a 33-point quarter. Interested to see how the Broncos defense looks against that Cowboys offense. And, man, if this Broncos defense shows me something this weekend, because Pickens and Lamb have been nasty. Best 1-2 punch in the league. Dak has been putting it in a bucket, 16 touchdown passes. Pat Surtain 2, PS2, him on CD, and then you double Pickens. It's going to be a fun little chess match to see how they navigate that. I like the Broncos, and I'm going to ride with them. Let's see if they can have offense flowing for more than one quarter. The Cowboys seem to be allowing that to other teams. Titans, Colts. No, Colts, 14.5-point favorites. They look like a well-oiled machine, and the Titans are dying. Your Sunday night foosball, which, again, we can be active in because that's the gap between the World Series games. Packers, 4-1-1. And they are 1-1-1 away, which just looks funny on the graphic. They're facing the 4-2 Steelers. They are 3.5-point favorites in Pittsburgh. That'll be interesting. The Packers hype train was hot before the season. That Dallas tie almost burst the bubble a little bit. But, I mean, if they're 5-1-1, some of LaFleur's stats are crazy with his win percentage as a head coach. Same with Jordan Love because he's been with LaFleur, or LaFleur's been with Love. You comment below. I'm in on the Steelers. I've said this before. Tomlin entertains me. Rodgers playing QB at this point entertains me. A pissy DK Metcalf in Steelers gear still looks weird, but God, when that guy gets the ball, watch out. That's going to be a fun Sunday. Chiefs Commanders on Monday night. So if you're doing a football weekend, we'll watch Thursday before the World Series. That early slate, I mean, Giants fans can watch Giants Eagles. You might be able to get in a Sunday chores list early. I'll be watching Broncos Cowboys, and watch out for Bucks Saints. There's usually a little weird there. Packers Steelers, the nightcap. So I think that's what I'm going to be aiming for. Hope you guys enjoy a sports weekend. The NBA is back. Hockey's rolling. And NFL Week 8, along with the World Series. So we love you guys. We will be back on Monday, I think. Going to have to figure out some logistics on that because I think it might be in LA for the World Series. Wow. We got Zoom and stuff. We'll talk. Love you guys. Thank you.